Hey everyone, welcome back to another daily recap. Today was my first day back at school. I'm a senior now, so that means I'm leaving at 10 a.m. market time. I live in Pacific time, so I leave for school at 7 a.m. really, but market time it is 10 a.m. when I'm leaving, so that means I only get to trade for 30 minutes, but luckily the MIC process says that the first 30 minutes is the best. Technically, the first hour is really good, but 30 minutes is really good most of the time. Usually, I am done trading before 10. Today I traded and I was done before 10. It's another losing trade. But before we get into this video, I do have to say this video is not backed by MIC My Investing Club. I'm just a member making these daily recaps. So let's just get right into it. The market seems to be to start ramping up again. There have been a lot more runners. I feel like shorts are having more of a hard time. Like, things aren't fading as much. A lot of things are like reclaiming and running. But again, I was only in the market for the first 30 minutes, so I don't have a huge. I don't really know exactly what went on in the market. But my trade on CWBR was this. So we have a day one stock. It ran up, came back down, consolidated, and then we're kind of on this view up. We reclaim it, and then we have this massive stuff with record volume, which I really like. And then I short the bounce right away. I get executed at 205 with a 215 stop. Now, looking at the chart, my 215 stop was really good because that was kind of like the resistance point. So I guess I could have made it higher, but that's too much. I mean, 210 could have easily been the resistance point as well. So yeah, so I was talking to a friend in my tag, which is Trading Accountability Group, a group of traders that all help each other. We're all good friends, and he said that a trader in MIC, one of the mods, says that he stops out and cuts the trade on these confirmations if it doesn't work within 3 minutes. And I think on a lot of my trades that would have saved me, especially in this market where a lot of things are not working. A lot of confirmations don't seem to be working. Like, look at this massive stuff. I love it. And then I shorted the bounce, and I thought it was going to work. It kind of tried reclaiming, and it felt a little more stuffy up here, so I thought we were going to continue lower, but it didn't. And that's when I should have cut, because even down here at this $2 support, I was up like 0.4 R, which is 0.4 of my risk reward. So I was up 0.4 risk reward. So it was some profit, as well as my thesis is now wrong because confirmations, the best ones work quick. You know, they give a little bounce and then they're back down, they're going down more. They usually should not hold up, and especially near VWAP like this. And so, especially in this market, I need to be cutting after 3 to 5 minutes, or just when the stock is holding up and not breaking down. And of course, my fear is going to eventually happen where I cut and it actually does work. But in the long term, I think this is going to save me, especially in this market where the confirmations, a lot of them seem to not be working, and a lot of them seem to be trapping. And I mean, 215, this was really the resistance point. I literally top ticked. I top ticked. I always seem to do that. And then we break to have this death candle here, and then we just fade. And that's when we fade. But yeah, the takeaway from this is to cut. When you're playing confirmations, cut when the thesis is done and when it's holding up. Again, with confirmations, you want to work quickly. After this huge stuff, the stock should be done. So it should give a little bounce, and then it should continue lower. But it didn't, and that's an invalid thesis. I should have cut, or at least lowered my risk to 208. But again, I'm scared of getting like ticked and then stopped out. So that's my new plan change. I seem to always get trapped, and I always seem to just make these losing trades, even though everyone in MIC is doing good. And they're always saying, you know, follow the MIC process and you're going to be profitable. I mean, I must not be following the process or something. I must be doing something wrong. Let me know down in the comments if you guys have any advice. Maybe you've seen my previous daily recaps and you see something I'm doing wrong repetitively. But I honestly have no clue. I mean, I'm playing these confirmations. My risk management has been really good. My total account size is now 4,900. Okay, that's my total account size. Every single trade, on average, I lose $10. Okay, so 10 divided by 4,900. So there you go. Well, when I take a loss, I'm losing 0.002% of my account. So that's the risk. I'm losing very small amount just to learn. The second that I'm gonna start sizing up, not quickly and not rushing it, but once I start getting these trades down and I start doing good and good and good, I'm gonna be sizing up by every week. So if I execute the process well every week, I'm just gonna size up a little bit, and it'll add up really quickly. And so that's my plan. But again, I'm risking $10 to $15 per trade. I lost $10 exactly on this trade. Again, it's not about the money, but I am red like a lot of my trades, especially this month. And so I'm going to be talking to Alex and other mods about it, and I'm going to really try to find out what I'm doing wrong. I think the answer is going to be something like, in this market, you got to focus more on outer lines, because I like playing confirmations. That's what I had done in the past really well. But when you're playing confirmations, a lot of time it's mid-range or sometimes like low range. Right here, you know, we have this range right here. I was shorting mid-range, and a lot of the time, mid-range, you have a higher chance of getting trapped. And so, you know, I'm going to talk to them about it, and I will report back to all of you to let you know what I learned. Let me, like, if I find, it's probably not one thing I'm doing wrong, it's probably like a plethora of little things that I'm doing wrong, and I just need to solve each one to get better at each little thing, and it'll add up to me becoming a better trader and a profitable one. So I will report back to you, and be sure to be watching these daily recaps, because as I grow from a non-profitable to a profitable trader, I think it'll be a really good lesson and a lot of lessons within all these daily recaps. So I hope you enjoy them, and I hope you learn from them. And thank you all for coming back and watching them every time. Thank you so much. But yeah, with that said, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.